After these messages, we'll be right back. Oh boy. First things first. Uh-huh. What's that? Ooh. Head. Uh-huh. Hey. Hey, Mimi Twin. I wish the whole song wasn't in a whisper, but hey. Never get enough, never get enough. Uh-huh. Come on in, y'all. Hit that like button. What that mouth do? Y'all better be dancing sexy out there. Okay. We gonna get to that. Wait till I show you this. Wait till I show you this. Hey! Wait till I show you this. I'm out of wine. Oh, what am I gonna do? Let's bring it another direction. Hey, first things first. We did it, y'all. We are past 500 up in this. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It feels good. Yes, it does. Aw, Exotic Queen, welcome. Hit the like button. Angels calling us, we can see the sunrise before. Yay! Congratulations to me. We. Like I got caught. Hey. Uh-huh. I'm making sense. Doing the buck in the latest drop. I got stopped by a lady cop. You did? She got me thinking I could date a cop. Cause her uniform pants so tight. Hey, Keisha. She put me in a car. She cut up all the lights. She said I have the right to remain silent. Now I gotta holler. Sounding like a siren. Talking about yeah. Thank you. And I know she the law. First things first. And she know I get high, ain't above the law. And she know I'm raw. She know I'm from the street. Ow! And all she want me to do is fuck the police. Talking about. That's right. Hey. The angels calling.
And make it clap. Make it clap. Make it clap. Hey. Thank you, Red Label. Appreciate it.
And after we got done, I said, lady, what's your number? She said, 911. Emergency only. Head doctor perform surgery on me. Yeah, and now I'm healed. I
Thank you.
Handcuffs and heels.
Grab your drink. Grab your blunt. Because we got to get down to the run. Don't want no feeling show. Just gotta let it flow. Hey. With the freestyle. Don't know what I'm doing, but it comes because it's fresh style.
Mrs. Officer, I know you wish your name was Mrs. Cole.
Thank you.
When I get up on you, hear the angels call.
That's right.
The sunrise before us. And when I'm in the thing, I make the body sing. I make it say, Mrs. Officer, tell your lieutenant get them cuffs off for you. I'm kid, my face on every wanted poster. I'm wanted by every lady cop all over. That ass so big, I catch a battery to hold you. Hair so big, you thought I told you pull it over. She pulled me over, pulled me out the rover. Then she pulled me closer.
Wow.
Threw me in back of the car, put me in handcuffs, start ripping my pants up. Oh, you know
Don't rip my pants off. What?
when I get up on you, hear the angels call.
Girl.
We can see the sunrise before us. And when I'm in the thing,
It's the network.
maybe you can lock me up and throw away the key. Call your sergeant and tell him you can finish your shift. Cause it's on tonight.
Hi.
Breakfast in bed.
It's on
I
tonight.
can't wait to get it on. I wanna do it all night
Long.
Mrs.
Officer. All right, y'all. Welcome. We make him say, we. It's so good to see everybody. Let me tell you something. When you put goals in mind, don't you know those goals will happen? Come what may. But we got here. Thank you, everyone. Okay, now that we are at a milestone, I just want to say thank you, everybody. You all are the bomb.com, okay? As Tamar Braxton originated by saying. What we're doing here on this beautiful evening is another debrief session. My head is spinning. I woke up from a nightmare and literally, and it was a real nightmare. I'm still a little bit shaky about it. And then I was like, oh, who's live? Because I'm liking to be on YouTube. And Q was like, and I don't know what I walked into. I wish I had a Four Loko too, my babe. I wish I had a Four Loko. I don't have no wine, so I'm just here. Hey, Q, hope you keep up your live. I need to watch it again. Yes, me too. I need to watch it again from the start to the finish because I came in at a certain point. So what I want to do, there's a lot of you here. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, hit the like button. This is a debrief session for all of us because it seems like some of us, like myself, didn't get the full gist of what the hell did we watch on YouTube again. Was it a shit show or was there progress made? And when I say shit show, Q, it's not anything against you. I'm just, what shit show is like. Did we progress? Was it a waste of time? Not anything against you, but what happened? Does anyone want to debrief us? Because I came in like maybe 20 minutes to the end, and I just saw a lot of barking on the end. Hey, Lavon. And Marcella kind of was like, I guess she had it. I wish I had a drink. Let me see if I got some in the fridge. 1 second. Somebody hit that damn link. I need to know if there was progress made, or are we still back to square one? Was the mission accomplished? Are you serious? I bought a little whiskey I brought over. How do you want mixed earth? Ooh, Jennifer, can I get some too? And I don't even drink brown liquor. Was anything accomplished, Q? Let's see what you said. Oh my God, no progress. And there was no progress in the end. Wow. Man, I wish it was different. I really do, but I guess I can just speak about the part that I saw, but I really would like someone else to. I'm just here to celebrate and debrief and facilitate the discussion. The debrief, it was a waste of time, but found a new CC to sub to with her loud hours. Yes, have fun with your new subscription. No progress at all. You know there wasn't. Well, I was hoping there would have been some at the beginning, because I never thought that I would see Marcella. First of all, let me just start with square one. I never really thought I would see Val on Q's panel, because she basically, I don't know, last time I spoke with her, said that they weren't, getting along. So that was a surprise. But I didn't think I would see Marcella there too. So when I was like, oh, they're having a conversation, maybe some things will come to surface. Maybe there will be some progress. But then it really, as soon as I was thinking that, things drastically changed. Keisha said no progress was made between Q and Val, but a good idea. But not a good idea if she hits your link again, Andrea. Yeah. About that, I didn't think she was going to be hitting any links for a while, but it's okay. All that cloud chasing blowing up in her face may humble her. Oh. Yeah, mission accomplished if you wanted a total annihilation. Welcome. Do the right thing. Welcome. Oh yeah, I already said welcome, do the right thing. Yeah, was it a total annihilation? It kind of was. Jennifer, what did you get out of that? Was it worth it? Q, was it worth it? Do you think any of it was worth it? If there was progress, let me know, because loving my life, I didn't see nothing. What did we see then? If we didn't see progress, what did we see? What did we see? Did we see anything that we liked, we disliked, something that might have worked if it was a different person? I came in too late on that thing and my head was spinning. I didn't know what the heck. Questions was being asked, being avoided from being answered. I felt okay. I did kind of see that Mimi twin. I think I think Marcella was asking questions to Val, trying to hold her to the truth, it seemed. Excuse me. And I did see a part where a question was evaded or just completely avoided. And deflection, disgrace, even as lame as the scar on his face. Anyway. Levon, how you doing? I think we need another round. Yes. I need to see what's in my refrigerator. I need me something. Hold on 1 second. I put my phone on mute and still heard Goody. I'm telling you, I looked down for 1 second and I think I don't know, I was trying to get up out my bed or something. And man, I was like, what is this noise? But I soon found out what all the hoopla was. I sure did. I sure did. But have you guys had a good day? It's only Tuesday. And boy, it went up on a Tuesday. No link since you trashed her the other night. Now here's the thing, Woo Child. We all were here. We all witnessed what had happened on that Sunday night. Was it Sunday? We were all the witnesses to what happened. I was not disrespectful. Now I may have been a little very loud when I was talking, but I was very respectful. She was very willing. I asked her first, can we ask you some questions? Can I ask you some questions? She agreed. And Val, I have nothing personal against you. I have no personal hatred towards anyone. And that's facts on facts. Only reason Marcella went up there is because she read the bottom and her get strength from groupthink. Oh, Nihar, that's an interesting perspective. Very interesting. I appreciate that. She brought the chaos. Who brought the chaos? Say the name. Yes. She said everyone over here hated her. Yeah, a lot of people asked her to drop the receipts or let it go, and she wouldn't. I watched it back, actually. Shout out to Gordo Poppy TV. I watched it back from his perspective earlier today. He was playing that live because he was saying that there are similar things that have happened in the Mode 3 sector that have happened here. And this has kind of piqued his interest because it's like, what the hell? So he was playing my live earlier, and I promise you, I didn't notice anything that was like, I didn't notice anything that was done wrong. Maybe we asked her tough questions. Maybe afterwards she felt like she shouldn't have had to answer to anyone. But at the end of the day, Ms. Val, bless your heart, you hit the link and you did it by choice. And I feel like you knew what the topic of discussion was, because I clearly stated it, that I came on because I was watching 2 lives, one of which I described was yours. We need not to concentrate on the yelling, but what has come out in the past few days. Jennifer, yes, we do. And you have such a good memory. Oh, the Godfather has hit the link. Okay, AT2, you know I got to see you because we already know. Okay, I recognize the ceiling fan. Are you naked?
No, I'm not naked. I'm just laying in bed. I thought I knew what was going on, but obviously I don't. So if I'm understanding correctly, I guess there's a problem with the live that you did on Sunday. That's the one that I came up on with Val, right?
Yes, that's the one that as soon as she said, I'm playing with my kitty cat, you dropped down.
Oh, okay.
You know I like to make jokes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so did Val have an issue or somebody else had an issue with that live?
Val had an issue with that live.
Okay, but that live, she clicked the link herself, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I thought it was just me.
No. It's not just you. That's why there's a circle of confusion, like this hazy cloud, because
Hmm.
those of us who were here, we know that we treated everyone with respect. Maybe things were said that everyone doesn't agree with, but that's just the facts of life. That's gonna happen anywhere you go. Um,
Right.
she did click the link. I asked her, I believe, if I can recall right, if she'd be willing to answer some questions. And she said, sure. And I was like, oh, great. This is wonderful. Let's talk about these things. Let's try to clear the air. For me, there was no hatred coming from anything that I was saying. I felt like I was speaking the truth in love, actually. And I felt like I was trying to help her decide to go a different direction because obviously what she had been doing hasn't been working. It's been
Right.
stirring up chaos and confusion. So I don't know how afterwards she got out of that everyone was hating her and that we didn't like her. And I think she was focusing too much on some of the negative comments. You know how we used to say, stop, you know how someone used to say, stop looking at the comments, stop looking at the comments.
Read the positive comments.
Read
Yeah.
the part, yeah.
Read the positive comments. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, I gotta make that into a shirt. Read the positive
Read the
comments.
positive
Okay.
comments. So I think she was doing the opposite of that and hyper focusing on the negativity for some reason.
But are we gonna be honest and say she did this to herself?
Yes, and that she actually said that too. She said she brought it onto herself, but then in the same
Good.
sentence, she was blaming like hear her and me. So it kind of went back to ground zero because it's like, how are you saying that it was kind of your fault? You take ownership, but then you're shifting blame in the same breath. It doesn't match.
Right. Wasn't there like a rumor back in December, like when she was first in the hospital, like you had communication with her family and stuff like that? Wasn't there some kind of crazy story about you?
Yeah, and I addressed that with her the other night too. What
Yeah.
what actually happened is while she was in the coma, let me see if I can pull it up. Her son reached out to me from her. Let me tell you the real thing of what happened is I was looking for updates on her status. Like she may not believe this, but a lot of us were really wondering how she was really doing. If someone says, if I okay, is mini speaker. If I hear someone is in a coma, not doing well on life support, that's concerning. Even it doesn't matter who it is. It could be
Right.
my enemy number one. I'm still gonna be like, wow, I hope they make it through this. So
Right. Right.
yeah, so I was looking on her IG while I was driving, okay, and I was already following her. So what happened is, I hit a little bump on the road and unfollowed her, and then I realized I had unfollowed her because I couldn't see her pictures right in that moment, and so then I followed her back again. After that, her son reached out to me, and let me go to the DM. Valerie. Her son had reached out to me on Instagram and asked me, how do I know her mom? How do I know his mom? And I said, your mama is a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And I was wanting to see if she's okay, because he was probably asking, because he was like, well, why are you requesting to follow my mom on Instagram? So that's why I had told him, well, I'm trying to see if your mom was okay. So let me go all the way back to the top here. Wow, I have all these messages. So this was back in December 30th. The message says, hi, Miss Andrea. May I ask your relationship with my mom? Our dad just doesn't want us accepting a request with anyone who isn't sincere or just wants to be nosy. Thank you. So my response says, hi there. She subbed to my channel on YouTube. As I was checking her IG page earlier to see how she was doing, I accidentally unfollowed her and I'm following her back. I wish your mom no harm and I hope she fully recovers. He says, thank you so much. She suffered a seizure and was rushed into surgery about an hour after to relieve pressure. Please, we appreciate continued prayers. And I just said sending prayers. And there was another message that we sent back and forth on January 3rd. It's very long. I don't know if you all want to know what it says.
Just give us like a little rough draft. Like, what was the like? Was it about her health or like a health status or?
This was kind of more than a health status on the second message. He see this is one of this. I don't know which of if this was one of the older sons now, or which of the sons it was. But just, what? What?
Because this shit is stupid. Now that you're like talking about, oh, like this shit is stupid. I don't even care anymore.
I know. I don't either. This is months ago. The point is, nobody had anything ill to say about her, even on the live the other night. So that's why it was kind of like, oh, here we go again. When she went live and said something like, and this is no respect to you, Val. You know, this is a debrief session. You're welcome here. I was in your chat yesterday and I was asking you the same questions. Like, if you felt like, I'm sorry that you got the message of hatred out of what I was saying, but that was not what it is. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I will say this about Val. She is an entertainer. She is very iconic. I mean, that whole when she had her husband on camera, oh, like, there's my husband, here he is. Like, it was so awkward. It's so strange, but it was entertaining.
I know, and I asked her. I said, "Why did you put your husband on camera looking like that?" She looked scared or stiff.
He was like, Eric, blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, it's so sad. You know, did you think that we would see her back so soon? Because didn't she say she was taking a mental health break that she really, really needed?
She right now she's trying to do damage control.
Yeah, she did say she enjoyed the conversation over here. She said she appreciated being respected and having a respectful conversation because she hadn't been able to have one like that. And then she went over on her page and said that she was disrespected over here. So
yeah, she's throwing she's just throwing anything out there. She's just throwing rocks at the wall, like just hoping that something sticks because if she's the bad guy, then it's all bad for her. So she has to pick an enemy or, you know, a bad guy to have somebody to go after because everything the walls are crumbling down.
Yeah, but they've been crumbling though, AT2.
Yeah.
There's already rubble on the ground from like January.
Yeah, because I noticed a lot of those people that were supposed to be quote unquote rocking with her, they disappeared. I don't see them.
Really? So maybe she's feeling kind of that and feeling sorry for herself a little bit.
Could be.
Maybe she's feeling regretful, but maybe she probably really doesn't know how to get herself out of this mess that, in her own words, she created. She's responsible for.
Right.
Yeah. So were you watching Q's live? What happened in the beginning?
No, I had skipped to the part where Marcella was talking, because I told Marcella I was proud of her for sticking up for herself, and then I skipped a little head when Goody got on there, and I was like, oh, that's enough.
Wasn't that crazy?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I didn't watch it to understand. All I heard was no, and all that, and then I was all like, oh, that's very unattractive, and I stopped watching.
That was very hard to stomach, honestly. I'm surprised Q didn't drop it quicker and make it reset quicker. But I don't know. Maybe there was no resetting on that end. I don't know.
Wait, what reset?
Like drop it down, make it come back again in a different tone, a different
Oh,
bark.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Try to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard sometimes. But I got some criticism. I'm trying to take it to heart. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like, okay, I'm trying to, I guess, do better. But in what you watched between Marcella and Val, did any truth come out of that? Was anything that was confused come to light? Like, did anything? What am I trying to ask? Was there any light in that darkness?
Here's the thing. I don't think there is any resolution or anything that's supposed to come out of anything. I think it's best if people just stay in their own circle, stay in their own lane, and leave people alone. I think that would be the best thing to do. If you a content creator, then work on your content,
Yeah, who?
your content.
Content? Okay.
Yeah, that's what the mall cop says, your content.
Oh, your content. I agree. I would have to agree. I don't have any discrepancy with that. Work on your content. What is the end goal? Every side of the sector has tried to support her. Right. And I guess allegedly Shady Shannon, the people that really not that we don't want to see her succeed, because that's not what I'm trying to say, but there are people that she really is allegedly close to. Those people should really continue to tell her the truth and not coddle any of this crazy making behavior.
And I think people have to be honest with her too.
Yes. Whether she wants to hear it or not at the time, if you really are in someone's corner, you got to be committed to the truth and telling them the truth, even if you think it's going to upset them, even if you think it's going to hurt their feelings. Sometimes we need to hear a brutal, honest truth in order to even begin to change or recognize that we need to change, And right. I know she was speaking a lot to her medical conditions and how she doesn't remember things. Do you think sometimes she uses that like as an excuse to justify things, or do you think that's really the truth? And I'm just asking you, AT, because I just want.
No, that was setting me up. Well, shit, if we gonna be honest, we're gonna be honest. I definitely think that she's using it as a crutch, aka is bullshit.
Yeah,
but Val is like I said, Val is an entertainer. So whatever she got to say, because now it was an insult saying that she had what was it, paper mache in her head or straw in her head, but now she says it herself. So I'm all like, okay, this is just all entertainment.
Right. Okay, it has to be entertainment, because even the whole Diddy thing, she called herself Diddy and then got mad, right? Allegedly, when Q called her Diddy. So isn't that the same thing?
Right.
One of the comments says she was more mad at herself for coming on my panel. Excuse me, I'm a queen. I don't know. You don't got to be mad for coming over here. But she was more mad for coming on my panel versus being more upset with her behavior before my live, which is the whole shenanigans that I was commenting on. Isn't that right? Backwards?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what moves or what she's trying to do. It just seems all over the place. And once you start with a lie, you got to keep up with the lies.
Yes. World of gratitude. Hey, yeah, it's true. Either you have to keep up with the lie, or you have to keep spinning the lie to cover up the lie.
Yeah, but now she lied way too much, and so now she doesn't even know what she said.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. I think I don't even know. I didn't think I was going to be talking about this anymore. What do
Oh
you
yeah,
think
I'm done. The Church Hoochie series is over with
is
for me.
over? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm done. The only reason why I came up here is because I didn't know there was something wrong with that live that you had did, and I was like, well, I was up there and I didn't see nothing wrong. It was actually like a good conversation.
It really was all around. It was good, and to me, I think it might have been uncomfortable for her for some parts, but I think honestly, I think she handled herself really well. I think also too, she wasn't yelling, she wasn't stressed, she wasn't strained, she was emotionally sound during the live, which is something when she's on her live, some yesterday, she seemed so upset, and had to have her sons in the room with her to keep her calm. Hey, the boys, and it was just a different, I guess, a different setting, a different vibe. So I didn't see that there was anything wrong with the way that we discussed the topics. I really don't,
Right.
and I will stand in everything. I stand in everything I said. I don't think I said anything out of pocket, and I certainly wasn't disrespectful. I may have been a little bit loud, maybe a little bit direct with the questions, but she was open to it, so I was open to it.
Yeah,
Thank
maybe
you,
she
Love
should
Life.
rewatch it. Maybe she didn't watch it.
You know what I think, and what some other people are thinking, that maybe people that have been in her ear this whole time with the whole Q stuff, maybe they got in her ear and was like, why the hell would you be on Andrea's? Maybe they see me as an op of sorts, and maybe they got upset with her, and maybe that's why she got upset with herself.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm thinking. So she had, like you said, damage control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So AT2, tell us, sir, how did you go from 10,000 to 20,000?
Well, I'm not at 20,000 yet,
Well, you
but
will be by this weekend, so we might as well.
right. We might as well celebrate while we can, right? Um,
Absolutely.
you know what? To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I give this advice to everybody is just keep putting out content and keep pushing out content and keep going. Don't stop, don't quit. It might seem like it's going nowhere, but literally try everything. YouTube has so many different avenues and places that you can go. The YouTube shorts, doing pre-recorded videos, live videos. Use all of it.
Yeah.
I will say once you get to 10K, it does get a lot easier. Because before 10K, oh man, it seemed like I was never gonna get there. I think I was like
Really?
yeah, 8 or 9,000 for like the
A
longest
long
time.
time. Yeah. Yeah. I think I started watching you when you were at like 6,000 or something.
Oh, okay. Did you come around like during the All About the Tea stuff?
I came, I think, a little bit before that, when I would see you with Sherelle and Perry, because that's kind of where my introduction to YouTube came, with watching Sherelle's World and 90 Day Fiance and all of that. So I started seeing you pop up over there. But then, honestly, I was always curious about you, because I would see these horrible thumbnails, and
Right. Only watch the positive videos.
yeah, so I was like, why are they talking about this man like this? Why are they putting this thumbnail out here like that?
Yo, people really do not like me. It's funny. I'm trust me, I never get offended or anything by it. Now that I understand how YouTube works, it is what it is. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah. And see, that's the other thing. I was trying to be like, now we're going back to Val for just a second. Then I'm gonna come back around to you. But I was trying to, help her to see, like, you don't have to focus in on every little thing that somebody says about you. Um,
Right, you really don't.
you don't. the way that I kind of graduated from being caught up in what people think about me is I would have to tell myself other people's thoughts and opinions about me are none of my business. So if it's none of my business, I don't care about things that are not my business. I shouldn't. You know, that was one of the ways, like, you know, one of the ways back a long time ago, I graduated from that because, yes, I used to care way too much
Right,
about stuff
right.
that would occupy my mind that was just not healthy. So you have to grow up, and when you grow up, you do things better and you do things without bitterness, even if what someone is saying is just completely below the belt. You have to recognize sometimes that it's okay for them to have any opinion about anyone, including you.
Right. And we all care, let's be honest. We all care. Oh, well, I said, let's be honest. Let's be clear.
Let's be
We
clear.
all care. We all care about what people. We all care about what people think, but
We do to a certain
at
extent.
the end, you really can't.
Yeah, because you can't do anything about it.
Right. Some of these people in the doo-doo mama sector are just, it is what it is, They always going to be doo-doo mamas, so you can't compete with that. If you're not a doo-doo mama, then don't act like one.
Okay. Jennifer!
What's up?
Oh, hey, Jennifer. I was wondering who that was.
I wish I had some wine, Jennifer, but I'm clear out. I drank it all on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not doing anything either. I'm just doing pretend shots in the chat.
Oh.
So one thing that I wanted to say is, first of all, again, like you were talking about, like over here, you kept reiterating the fact to her that nobody over at Hear Hers wished her death. We did not wish her death. She kept repeating that narrative and repeated it the next day as well. Yet she can't provide receipts with anything. But this is what I will say. Okay. There were questions being asked whenever she came out of her coma. Okay.
Right.
While she was in her coma, we were like, oh my gosh, we hope she gets better, all this stuff. Whenever she came out of the coma is whenever questions started being asked. And one of those questions was, whenever she told us when she was doing lives that she was in a rehab facility. Okay.
Yeah.
And that her husband and her son, one of them, was there to see her, because we were like, it's really hard because of Coviana, as AT2 would say. Because of Coviana, you're not really allowed guests, and you're especially not, children are not allowed. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were not allowed in there because they couldn't be vaccinated. And, it's easy for kids to carry stuff,
Right.
So we were like, wait a second, this don't seem right. Well, then whenever she did her live, she conveniently changed the story and said that she did rehab at home. That is not the story that she told whenever she came out of her coma. So that does not make sense. And so that was something that she's been caught in. There are other strange things that have happened. I know that people have questioned the things about the color of the wall, the walls being the same color of yellow at her house as they were in the rehab facility, which is where she said she was. She did not say that she was at home. She said she was in a rehab facility. Okay.
I remember that.
So, that was a question. Now, whenever she was doing her live yesterday, whenever she was saying that she never should have came over here, people in her chat were saying that she was ambushed. You can't be ambushed whenever you are willingly clicking a link and going into the chat and have the freedom to drop down
Right.
anytime that you want. That's not what an ambush is. So if people don't understand what an ambush is, perhaps they should get out of Webster's dictionary. Okay?
Yeah, but I think we're beating around the bush. Okay, let me ask the people. Put a 1 in the chat if you think the lady was in a coma. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it was some BS. And I'm going to put a 2 in the chat because originally I did think something was going on, definitely. But then after everything went down and the way she was moving, I was all like, oh, this is some BS. And I think people are, beating around the bush and not saying like, yo, I don't believe anything was ever wrong with that lady. And I think if we all just be honest and go like, hey, I don't believe anything was wrong with you, I think this would kill a lot of this BS.
Well, and the other thing is is that whenever she was in the coma, okay, on New Year's Eve, we were all in a live on Hear Hers. And so Deb came over there and we were talking, and he was saying, that he had been in contact with her sons. And we all I think we had somebody come up and pray. I think Eagles might have come up and prayed. Like we did a prayer for her because everybody really wanted her to get better. So for her to keep saying that we wish she was dead is a lie. It's fine for us to question things that happened afterwards, but at that time we didn't. As a matter of fact, the night that she allegedly came out of the coma, okay, somebody came into Eagle's chat that night,
yes,
under her name. Yes, under her name, and said that she was out of a coma. I thought that it was a troll, and I went off on them, and I said, quit doing this. I said, quit playing with Miss Val's name. Right. And then she came out of the coma only to say that me and everybody over there was wishing her dead, and that was a lie. We thought that it was a troll. So then whenever she came out, and I think that the thing that Marcella, whether you like her or not, Lord knows me and Marcella have had our beefs, okay? Just like me and Miss Val have. Right. We've had our makeups and breakups and, all that stuff. But I think that the point that Marcella was trying to make is that Val accused her of making calls, and I don't remember what the whole story was, but she was trying to do something backhanded or whatever. She accused Marcella of that. And she accuses people time after time of doing things. She did it to me. She did it to me when me and her were really cool. She came over into a chat and Hear Hers where something was being said about her, where I was defending her. And she came over and accused me of saying something bad about her. And I was like, no, I'm defending you. And Hear Her had asked her on that day, this is months and months and months ago. Hear Her had said, well, do you want to come up? And I said, Miss Val, if you want to go up, I will go up there if you feel more comfortable, because we had been cool for months. I knew her from other chats. Right. But she wouldn't go up. And then, despite the fact that I said, I'm over here defending you, and asked her if she wanted me to go up with her, she then went and made a video about me. Saying that she thought that I was her friend, didn't name my name, but that's who it was about, and then lied and said she didn't do it. It's just been back and forth, and I've given her chances. Look, I've said bad things about her. I'm sure she said bad things about me, but at the end of the day, the math ain't mathin', and only she is going to be able to either just walk away from all this, or she's going to have to come and tell the truth, because there's too many things that are not making sense and the story keeps changing too much.
Too much. I think at this point, this is just me. Even if Val or whoever went down list by list, topic by topic, and said that they were telling the truth, it would still be, number one, hard to believe. And it will still require some facts, because at this point we don't believe anything, because it's all a mess. It's just too much to unravel. Maybe right. Jennifer can, because Jennifer has that bandwidth, but I don't. I forget what I ate for lunch yesterday. So, that's why I was saying, like, if you want to tell the truth and you have receipts to show that you're being honest, that's the best thing to do, is just show the receipt. That's convincing more than just what you're saying, because the patterns are very clear, and more, like, hundreds of people have seen the patterns of behavior.
Yeah, but not just that. I think honestly, she just needs to do a whole rebranding and get away from this. Honestly.
True.
Yeah. And I don't have any ill will towards Miss Val or anything like that.
Yeah, me either.
It's just, at some point you gotta come clean with it. or you just have to move on from it.
Correct.
It's just like, she, at one point, she had been telling Q that he need to be the bigger person, whenever it came to that other content creator who was going after him all the time and saying horrible things about him. And she was like, you just need to be the bigger person, you just need to move on. And cut to a day later, and she's on her live screaming and cursing out the same person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just, ugh.
Yeah, the name calling is, I don't know. It's offensive, but sometimes it's like, okay, it's just so childish that you have to laugh.
Yeah, but it's not funny when it's about a medical condition. You know what I mean?
When it's about mental health, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even talking about mental health. I'm talking about, physical health and everything. Hell, even Q,
Right.
I side-eyed Q, and Q knows this because I side-eyed Q for a minute. And whenever he came in to hear her chat one night, I was on her panel and I had not really interacted with him. And I said to him, I said, what are you doing over here? And
Oh, that's right.
so, I mean, everybody knows if I have a question, I'm just going to be like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But, I'm cool with Q now. I mean, it's not like me and Q like talk. I mean, we don't have a friendship or anything, like that. But I mean, it's just like right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
As a YouTuber and as a content creator, besides rebranding, what specific advice from your experience would you give Evangelist Val, AT2, and Jennifer?
Well, I'm not a YouTuber, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh.
Well, for me, I think just what I said. Like, I don't think that she should post any receipts because there probably isn't any. I think the best thing for her to do is just move forward with whatever she wants to do. Definitely change her channel name. I would come underneath a totally different persona, because the Evangelist Val brand is destroyed and it cannot be rebuilt. She needs to come under a totally different thing, move forward with her ministry, and keep it that way. If
she did EV Val conversations and inspiration, do you think that would be acceptable, or just
there's nothing inspirational about her?
Oh,
so a total rebrand. What do you think her gift set and her skills are, that you've seen that would help her with
That's a trick question. That's a motherfucking trick question. You trying to get me with that one?
I'm not.
I love you too, Jack. I love you too.
No, I'm really not.
What's her skill set?
What?
Jennifer, what's her skill set? What is she good at?
I mean, at this point, beefing.
She is good at that.
Maybe the beef sector. I don't know.
Wait a second. Did she say something like, did she threaten Goody tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Okay, just a side thought. I get distracted.
Oh, well, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of just fast forward through parts. So if there was an interaction, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I didn't really hear it. Like, it just seemed like whenever Goody came up there, then Val was trying to say something, but Goody kind of yelled over her or whatever, and then Val dropped off. So
yeah, you know what? I think it would be good if she rebrands herself as the messy church lady. If she was just like one of the messy church ladies, and she rebranded herself like something to the realm of that, I think that would be perfect for her.
That would work.
Yeah, because she can
actually work.
Because you know what? Actually, Miss Val is really funny. Like, she can be really funny.
She really is.
I know she's done acting before. I think she has. She can act her ass off.
Wow. You know what? I
she
could
should
see
do
her
skits.
Doing skits. I could see her.
Yes, she should do skits.
Do skits, And I think she should also continue to have her morning prayers or her nighttime prayer. She could still do those kinds of things too, but I think some other content
but she should do it in character.
Yeah.
And
Messy,
then when she does a video, she has like a YouTuber she gonna pray for, and then she's reading them and just going in on them, and then she prays for them at the end. I think that would be hilarious if she did something like that.
I think so too. Now I would watch it because I'd probably get my life.
Like shade is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can throw shade at people and then flip it around, that's funny. But it's like the vicious attacks that aren't funny. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I was trying to say earlier. It's when you call people names, sometimes it is funny, but not attacking someone's character, not slander. But you know what I mean? Like sweet diaper booty. I mean, that's funny to me.
Not sweet diaper booty.
It's disgusting. Cause you know how sometimes babies pee or not pee, sometimes they're poop if they've eaten fruits, but it can smell kind of sweet. So it's ew, but it's funny. I don't know.
Yeah, girl, I don't know nothing about that. No.
I lost my appetite.
Y'all must not change no baby's diapers. Okay.
No.
Not in a while.
Okay.
I do not do that. Mm-mm.
Well, the mamas and the nannies and the aunties, we know about it. Okay. So, but yeah, I think that would be good. Honestly, that suggestion. Messy church lady. I think the rebranding. I think if she does continue on YouTube, you're right. She should drop the evangelist vow. Not to say that she's not an evangelist or she doesn't do the Lord's work, but here on YouTube, that has gotten her into a lot of things that she wishes she hadn't gone into.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it's associated with things. It's associated.
At the end of the day, she's brought this on herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's sad to say, but she's brought it on herself, and that is just the truth. And it's up to her to decide where she wants to go. Does she want to keep doing this? Does she want to keep getting called out? I mean, I would think that, with her serious medical conditions and everything, this isn't good. You even, I don't know, I think you said it the other night, Andrea, that type of stress is not good for you if you have medical conditions. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just not.
It's really not.
Especially for someone especially if someone had a seizure that caused them to have brain surgery. That's not good.
It's not. And for you to be able,
And I'm sure she'll make a live tomorrow blasting me saying, Jennifer, I thought we made up, da-da-da-da-da. But if she noticed, ever since that night, she did what she did to Tulsa, and then she came on Tulsa's channel the next day and tried me.
Speaking of Tulsa, I'm going to bring Tulsa up in just a minute. But I hope you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But fuck, what the heck? I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. Welcome. Oh, hold on. Tulsa, can you doggone it. I think it's you. But can you show me your face or your hand? So I know it's not a No, that was too quick. Queen Tulsa. I had something to say about Val, but I forgot. It'll come back. Queen Tulsa, is that you? Did you take the goddess off? I don't want to be puny.
Does it say something Wendy Wilson?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to give you time, Queen Tulsa, to show me your face or something that I can recognize you in the background.
Is she writing anything in the private chat?
Okay, I saw some scan.
All right. Said it's me. Yeah, she did write something in the private chat.
Hey, Queen Tulsa.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Do we have a problem? Do we need to clear the air about anything? Because I thought the other day, we said that we was gonna squash it.
No. We're not gonna do that here. That's not what we doing. And if you all don't know, that's exactly what happened on Tulsa's channel.
I
I
figured y'all
figured
were just
y'all were
playing
just
all
playing
right.
all right. Tulsa, you
Oh,
were echoing.
Echo.
oh,
Oh
Lord.
Lord.
What's up
What's
with
up
you
with you
country
country
folks and y'all
folks and your
internet?
internet? Tulsa, you got to
You got to
echo like
echo
you
like
have.
you have.
Oh,
Hood Life 3.0. Oh, are they back? Hold up. I'm gonna be back, y'all.
Okay, AT2.
So if you all don't know the story, that's what happened whenever I was on Tulsa's panel, and what Tulsa just did is what Val did to me.
Come up on the panel.
Yeah,
And
whenever we had no problem.
And make
Okay,
a
I'm
problem
back.
out of nothing.
Yes.
Hmm.
So then I did, and just so that she can't say anything, I DM'd her and I said, do we have a problem? Because I'm confused. And then she came back and she responded to me. She said, I was just kidding. We're cool. Kind of like the things she's doing now with Q about those posts that she made. Oh, I was just trolling. No, girl, you weren't.
I see. So see, that's the comedian part, I guess, that we're talking about, But I don't know. You gotta, if you get called out, oh, that's what I was gonna say. The one thing I committed to doing in that live, I said, okay, so from here on, if we see something, some fuck shit, we're gonna call it out because we're having an adult conversation, and this is what's gonna be. It's nothing personal, but at some point we gotta stand for something. At some point.
Yeah.
So you back?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, I can hear you much better.
Awesome. Yes, thank you for having me up. No, I
Anytime.
was messing with Jennifer because there was one time we were on live and Ms. Val tried to come up and check Jennifer on my panel, and I shut that down real quick.
And then we had like a really good conversation, like the three of us, we did, but it was very strange. And it was right after the whole situation happened over on Val's channel where, Tulsa was basically attacked,
And you stood up for Tulsa that night, right?
Yeah, I did.
Kudos to you.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't type anything in the chat. I hit the link and come up.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so how are y'all doing this evening? Oh, I had suggestions. How you have the custom pastor. How about the custom evangelist?
I think I'm gonna be real honest. I think she's trying to save face with, because she mentioned it yesterday. She knew someone from her ministry was gonna look at her video and she was embarrassed by it. So I think she would. I don't know. I don't think she would want to be called the cussing pastor. Hey, Red Label.
Hey.
But I think she's comedic enough to do it because that's what she's been kind of doing anyway. But then apologizing and saying she's just human and she's had a lot of procedures and stuff. But I don't want to rehash that. What's going on, Red Label?
Not much. Checking in with everybody. How are you all doing?
Oh, just
I'm doing
fine.
good.
Thank you.
Glad to hear it.
How you doing?
My ass is tired.
I bet. This is exhausting. I can imagine.
You've had quite a night.
To say the least. I said I was
Quite a
not hopping on
day.
any panels today. My ass is tired. But I saw some of my faves in the building, so I wanted to say hello.
Yes, everybody loves you. Everybody sees kind of through some of this other stuff. And you've been consistent. You know what I mean? Even though people don't agree, you don't have to agree with everything someone does. But you can see when there's a good-natured person, you can rock with. So.
Oh yeah, it just
You're good people.
becomes it becomes the nature of the beast and realizing it's YouTube, and then people are going to spend what they want to spend and put out whatever message they want to put out, and you have to roll with it and deal with it and keep it moving. I am learning that every single damn day.
Yes. You have to keep it moving. You have to unplug too, though, sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, how are you guys doing? What's going on? What did I miss?
Oh, I'm actually good. I just stopped by to give just my little intake or input on that. I feel like she needs to definitely go into skits and change her name to the cussing evangelist. And definitely
Not
having
the cussing
her
evangelist, goddess, queen Tulsa. What's your new
um,
moniker? What's happening?
um, yeah. I mean or flying off the hinges evangelist.
Uh,
We have
Flying
falling
off
off
the
the hinges
hinges.
evangelist. We have, what did AT2 said? I forgot what he said.
The
Something
church
similar.
because of something about the church lady.
Did he
oh
say
Lord,
the beefing church lady or something like that?
Yeah.
can we get a study group? Can we get a focus
Hmm.
group?
Yes. Can we get a production team? I mean,
Not me being an invitation back into the treehouse. Oh Lord,
what? Kennedy? What you talking about, girl?
I'm not the initiation back into the treehouse.
The rotten place.
I am so I am so damn tired.
I am
With
too, and I just
with
woke up.
with YouTube drama. Uh deflecting and correcting and pointing a mirror at the lies, and it's a lot.
It is a lot. That's
But
why
he
sometimes I like to come on here and debrief and chat it out, because sometimes I don't understand what's going on. I don't keep up with every single narrative, but I try to fill in the pieces,
right.
I try to make sense of things that don't make sense, which is
Well, if you
probably
talk to certain people around the sector, they pretend or they make it seem like I am the damn boogeyman on YouTube in this damn sector. I don't get it.
you have a lot of
Well,
people that
I didn't
criticize
have a lot
and
to
a lot of haters.
I didn't have a lot to put in, but that was it actually. I'm getting the call, so I'm gonna shout out back out at you guys tomorrow, and I'll definitely watch the replay. Everybody in the bushes, hit those likes. Make sure you're sharing this content, and make sure you drop a comment when the video's over.
And
Thank
that
you,
was a
Queen
PSA from
Tulsa.
Goddess Tulsa telling you all to like and comment and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends.
Yes.
Absolutely. And my beautiful people on the panel, it was lovely engaging with you all. Y'all have a great night, okay?
You too,
Night.
beautiful. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down too. It's getting late here, and
Yes.
I got to
I'm
get up early
exhausted
tomorrow.
too.
I have to go to. I'm getting my teeth cleaned in the morning, and then I got to go
Nice.
back to work. So,
All right, Jennifer.
all right, I'll talk to
Thanks
y'all
for coming
later.
up. All right.
All right, and bye.
Bye
Oh my
bye.
God, is it just us? Has this become an exclusive?
This is an exclusive.
Oh my
Can you
goodness.
please? Do you have a couple more minutes?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you okay?
I am okay. Thank you for asking. Not many people ask if I'm okay.
Like, are you like really okay though?
I just took that from a Meghan Markle quote.
Oh, I'm like, with that, yeah, that didn't sound genuine.
But no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
It is draining though.
It is a lot. Um, People do things, and then you have to respond to things when you know they are not right, or when you know they are right. It's just been a lot.
You respond really well when people are yelling at you. You don't give back that same energy.
Mm-mm.
How do you keep your cool like that?
I think lots of patience, um, being a combat medic in the military and dealing with high pressured things. This is child's play.
Oh, wow. What branch of the military were you in?
So I was a combat medic for the Marine Corps.
No
I have spoken
way.
about this, even though I was in the Navy. I have absolutely no idea about naval life. But I after 9/11, I got attached to a combat medic, or and the whole anatomy and science and combat medicine and all that good stuff. So here we are. So I
I,
am very patient when it
yeah,
comes to dealing with situations and people.
you are very patient. But thank you for your service. I didn't realize the extent of your military service.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's
Mhm.
amazing, Q. So, at the same time, even though you keep your calm, you do have a lot of clapbacks.
Is there one in particular that you are referring to?
Well, I really like the Struggling Apartment podcast.
Oh, thank you. You know how I came about that, right?
I think I do with the Struggling Apartment that we saw with the camera slip.
Well, the narrative was being spun that, I can go fuck myself in my struggling one bedroom apartment
Oh,
coming from
that.
another content creator. So I was like, I'm going to take these lemons, I'm going to make lemonada. And so I'm going to make a damn
Okay.
podcast from it with my struggling one bedroom apartment. And here we are.
I see. Okay. Okay. See, I don't keep up with everything, but okay. So is that when you started showing like your backyard? Because I remember you showed a video like with your house. It's pretty nice.
Thank you. I think that's when the time it started happening. And then I'm like, look at you and
Mm-hmm.
look at me with the song choice.
Yes. Can you tell me what enjoyment you get out of trolling?
I don't troll people unless someone comes for me, right?
Okay.
Um, this was supposed to have been like a drama free. I'm coming to YouTube. I'm gonna do my content, this, that, and the third. However, people have other, visions of you as a content creator coming onto YouTube, and you get placed in certain situations. And not everybody on YouTube is your friend, and people put you in these situations where they try to set you up and take things out of context to create more content.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it has definitely been a learning experience, and sometimes you have to tough up, man up, or woman up to deal with some of the larger content creators and their trolls.
Mm-hmm. You really do. Have you made up or have you come to terms of peace with the other content creator, Sean Davy Way?
Oh, I am fine. As a matter of fact, I am getting screenshots of him claiming that he is my boyfriend on YouTube.
Oh my.
You can't make this shit up.
You really
You
can't.
can't make this shit up.
You really can't. No, okay, so is he being sarcastic, or are you guys just really like in a much different space and you're cool now?
There is no space. We've only had conversations and dealing with this matter that I was thrown into against my will based on a lie. And that's where we are. Conflict resolution does not get resolved by one party, but I'm not sure what their game is over on their end. I'm not playing that game. I am moving forward, and it's just ridiculous.
Okay. I guess when you first said that, I thought, he was serious. Like he was like happy, that you're his boyfriend. I didn't know like that it was a sarcastic thing still. Like it's still a game.
Oh. Whenever you're on YouTube, it is always a game.
Okay,
it's just how you decide and how you choose to play.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god.
It's a lot.
This is it's only Tuesday. Do you remember we said this last week?
Absolutely.
We said this exact same thing last week. Like it's only Tuesday and this stuff is going on. AT2 said it felt like it's been a month and it had been.
It seemed like it has been forever, but I appreciate the 139 subs I have gained from certain individuals keeping my name in their mouth when I haven't done anything, but I appreciate that this week.
Absolutely. I appreciate it too.
I don't blame you.
I really do appreciate it, but okay, this is very interesting. So it's still a game. It's like everything is still up in the air, no resolve.
I'm moving on with my content because this.
Yeah, we all should.
It's a lot. I'm still trying to come to an understanding as to how did I get in this situation or this predicament when I haven't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just on a defensive mode, retaliation mode, Scorpio mode, however you see it. But yeah, here we are. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I don't have any complaints. I was a little tired earlier. I took a nap. I had a nightmare.
Not a night terror over what?
I had a serious nightmare about the I think it's Jason. He wears the white mask.
Okay.
So in the nightmare, I was asleep in my bed, but what I did was I locked my room and secured my windows because there was this event going on, like this singing event, this operatic or concert event that was in this really nice like stadium hall near my home. Actually, it was like right outside of my room. You know how dreams don't make sense?
Right.
It was this big performance hall right outside of my room, and it was like on a anniversary of something. And so every year when it was this anniversary of something, there was this attacker, this killer. And I think it's Jason. It's the guy with the knife and the white mask. He goes and he slashes people brutally. So what I did was I decided that I wasn't going to go to this event because I was just like, I was so afraid. I was so afraid in this dream. And so anyway, it was kind of a long dream. I kept hearing like little taps and things on my window because I kept freaking myself out like he was outside my window. But anyway, the event had started and I had just gotten into like a safe place in my room, made sure it was locked and everything. And I was struggling like with calling the police because I was in the dream. I was so terrified that even if I whispered, he would be able to hear me and he would know I was in there. So
What in the hell?
I know. And so in the dream, I struggled with if I was going to call 911. And eventually I did call 911 and I just told them like, look, there's this event and we need you guys to come patrol because last time this happened, there was murders and killings. And they were just like, oh, what do you see a murder? And they just like taunted me, like, do you see a murder? Do you see a knife? You know, where's the suspect? And I couldn't answer. And so they kind of took it as a joke. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if anyone I think it's Michael Myers.
Okay.
I don't know. But I woke up, but I was still had that fear or terror when I woke up.
I can definitely say our dreams do not compare because mine are slightly different. And I don't even want to get into that.
Like slightly different, like worse or better?
It's a whole lot. And sometimes
Really?
it ends in a lot of deja vu moments and I've been here, done this, and why am I doing this? It's a lot, but we're not gonna get into that.
Wow. We might have to get into it another time though.
Oh, I don't know if it's worth an exploration.
Okay. That was crazy. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit. Because I had, you know how when you wake up and you have to tell yourself you're not in the dream anymore because the dream that you just woke up from looked exactly like what you just dreamt. Like I was in my bedroom sleeping and dreaming in the same way that when I woke up.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so I was like, oh, let me just sit here, tell myself, recognize I'm awake, I'm not in danger, I'm safe. I had to ground myself when I woke up.
Okay.
And then I saw your damn live and I was like, what the hell?
I was waiting for it. Yeah, I was
like, you got to be kidding me.
It has been a very challenging couple of days. And it shouldn't be funny, but it's just been a lot.
It has been. It has been. But let's talk about something else. What are you going to do before we end this thing? What are you going to do this week, starting tomorrow, to focus on self-care? What are some things? Don't just give me one.
To focus on self-care, I am going to be in the gym tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And that's at like 9. And then I have a meeting. And then I am meeting at a signature store because I have a wedding this weekend. So I'm going to be doing stuff for that.
Okay.
And, you know, keeping busy, keeping my mind off YouTube and still staying informed. Let's just put it that way.
Sure. We can't help ourselves, right? We cannot help ourselves.
Sometimes it just comes to me. Well,
yeah.
Oftentimes it comes to me.
That's true. Now, do you think, Q, you're going to keep responding to everything?
With this particular situation, I am done. I am not going to entertain it anymore. It's just unfortunate that it happened and that I was lied on for attention and whatnot. And but yeah, I'm done with acknowledging and giving into, feeding into, and posting into a situation that could have been avoided all the way around.
Completely. I think I am going to focus on different content too. I mean, not that I have been focusing on this a whole lot, but in these past couple of days, this is my second live that normally I wouldn't even go live to talk about anything. I would just watch it and go on about my life, you know?
Right. And people are like, well, why do you always respond? And you don't have to respond. Like, people, it's so much easier for a person to say that when they're not being bombarded by text messages and screenshots and DMs, and they're not content creators and they're only subscribers watching from the bushes. But they don't get and receive all the information we get on a daily basis. And when you're constantly being blown up by things from YouTube, a response is warranted.
I can get that. Now, in order to kind of mitigate that issue, are you going to start setting some limits with those text messages, with those inboxes? Are you going to start setting some boundaries on that lane?
I am cutting off communication. Not everyone should have as much access to you as they would like. I am only breaking it down to certain content creators. It just becomes too much, and then people are sending you links and things because you made blogs and you're all of this, and you've been attached to this TikTok video, and it's just like it's a lot. I'm like, I'm just one damn person. Like, I don't need to see every damn thing, and it comes at you and the floodgates are open. And it's just like, how do you, like, I feel like I need a whole damn PR team when it comes to some of this shit.
Right.
Because it's ridiculous.
Like some of it's like you need an executive assistant because some of that stuff, you need a filter. Some of that stuff doesn't need to come to your desk. It needs to stop at your assistant's desk, and they can throw out the trash and just give you the stuff that matters, that you really need to see.
I'm like, I can go to sleep now and I'll wake up and I'll have DMs and screenshots, and my DMs coming at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in AM about some YouTube and shit. It's the truth, though.
I'm gonna need you to start setting some limits and some healthy boundaries, Q, like for real.
And then if I don't get it, and then people I associate with, they get it, and then they're like, "Did you see this?" I'm like, "I avoided it." It's just a lot. Yeah.
How are you gonna start putting those boundaries in place?
I am going to pivot and focus on much more important issues on my second channel. Of things that are happening that is much more meaningful as a person, as a citizen of this country and whatnot, to pay attention to other shit that's going on besides YouTube mess.
Absolutely. What's the name of your second channel? Is it up on YouTube yet?
The Struggling Apartment Podcast series.
Is it up on YouTube?
It is not yet. I just need to.
Oh, it's not yet. Okay. Okay. I was gonna put the link in the chat, but
Nihar, people usually send shit from IG or Twitter, but also another reason why people have my number is because I was doxxed.
That's
on another content creator's page, and they have my email and they have my phone numbers.
That is true. They even have your work phone numbers because that information was put out.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. The other content creator that was here last night, Gordo Poppy TV, he said literally it's the same script, the same playbook that we're doing here that's been done in his sector.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. I was just
same
surprised
script,
to find
different
out.
Cast. The rules are the same.
Right. Allegedly, Shady Shannon says, "Is your relationship with Val over? Maybe you both need some distance, but at the same point, you can repair your relationship."
No, I'm good.
Okay. Were you surprised that she came up on your channel tonight, or was that set up already?
I am surprised. I just didn't think that I would be lied on for content, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the lack of accountability and from what was said and what was done, of all the repercussions I had to do from the fallout of that, of something she's created unnecessarily, unjustifiably.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said that because I was going to pivot and say that that is a boundary that I feel it would be strongly beneficial for you to put in place. Just because of what's happened in
Right.
that relationship and the going back and forth and the hurt and the actions done, it's just like, mm-mm.
But yeah, I'm like, from that, people don't see what happens behind the scenes, or what happened behind the scenes from her doing that and saying that when it was a lie, and all the shit I had to deal with and put up with. And then just to go back to everything is fine and normal. That's not how this works.
It's not. It really isn't. And this is a consequence of lying on people.
So, yeah, I just don't see me going back and putting myself into that situation. All it takes is one time, like I said, for me. I'm not gonna go back and pander and try to get in the good graces of people who have dogged me out and talk shit about me.
For the people who doxed you.
Right. So I just can't do it. When people
Mm-mm.
show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them. Mm-hmm.
And I know
They
that can be
never
said
lied.
about me, but I only act out of a reaction of what has happened to me.
Right. I wouldn't be. I would be. I would have blocked people a long time ago if they're hitting me up. It's too many. Whew, that just made me dizzy. 3 o'clock in the morning every night and calling your phone and stuff. I know it's. I know you probably wanted to change your phone number. Why didn't you?
If I have a professional license, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the minute I change my number is updated on every single website that there is, when it comes to my profession. So, what is the point of me doing that?
Oh,
However,
okay.
I do have a personal number that was recently changed that no one has,
Okay.
except for my mods and a few other people that can reach out. But my main number has to stay the same, the number that has been doxed and whatnot, because if I change it, it's only going to get updated.
Okay. And still accessible for people to
Right.
access. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. I never want to get to a point ever, ever on YouTube where someone like really, really threatens my family, threatens my job, threatens to dox me, or actually does it. Like, how do you recover from that? How did you recover from that?
Make sure you have all your cards in place and keep receipts. Like I said, it's
You're what?
YouTube. Make sure you have all your I's dotted, your T's crossed, and you keep receipts in a logbook when it comes to things on YouTube. It's crazy that people have to do these things in order to protect themselves from the shit that happens on YouTube.
I know. I learned really early, just by what I was seeing, because my family and stuff, they, they get happy for you when you start something new, or when you do
Yeah.
something.
Even my
And
own
so
mind, Levon, was mad because I had a file on him.
you had a file on him to dox him?
I just had receipts from times we've communicated things I have said.
Why are you
And that
laughing?
put a strain into our relationship. I'm like, this is YouTube. I have to protect myself. See?
You showed Levon the file you had
I
on
sure
there?
the hell did. I sure the hell did.
So do you keep a file on Popcorn and Cat too?
No comment.
Who else are your mom? Do you keep a file on AT2 and Princess?
I have a file on everybody that I come in contact with YouTube because I want to make sure I can go back and look at something when I am questioned about something or I have been told that I have been put in a situation for things I know that I am not a part of. So I have to go back and take a peek.
So when you say you keep a file, do you just keep like your DMs and your text messages, or do you actually like categorize them and put the people's names of who they belong to and came from?
DMs, text messages, chats, and lives.
Oh wow!
So I can reference.
You really? How do you do some record keeping, don't ya?
Bookkeeping 101. I'm a Scorpio. I want to make sure everything is in place and input. I'm a slightly OCD when it comes to things.
And you said today I got time, cuz.
Not the community post.
He said DMs, screenshots, you name it.
You name it.
Wow.
Bookkeeping.
Huh?
I said bookkeeping.
Definitely. Look at Neek. It sounds like a file cabinet or Excel spreadsheet.
But
yeah.
you have to, because the way people behave and the things that they do on YouTube, especially after I got doxxed.
I see. Okay.
You definitely have to keep a record of shit.
I can totally see how you felt like you had to do that after getting doxxed, because after that happens, you don't trust anyone anyway, but you really don't trust anything. So it's like a level of self-preservation and protection to some degree.
Hence why I recorded my phone call with Snooki and Bims.
Right.
Because people are so quick. There are so many people out here so quickly to say things that are malicious, and people lie on certain things. I'm like, wait, hold up. Let me pull up the receipt.
Ooh.
That's not what was said. So after dealing with people who like to spin and change shit, you have to learn how to
keep a good record. Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, I don't delete all my DMs and stuff like that, but I never thought to keep like a file or keep a,
I think you were good.
A registry.
But situations I was being placed in,
Sure.
and yeah, you have to.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. You went through some stuff that I never dreamed to ever go through on YouTube. It would have, I don't know what it would have done to me. I don't know if I would have quit. I don't know if it would have changed my character, if I would have done something evil. I don't know.
And that's
because
why I was
people
so
are threatening
adamant.
my family and threatening,
That's why I was so adamant from this recent situation. I'm like, post a receipt. And I can match it. Post a receipt. Because I can match whatever you put up if I have been accused or alleged of doing certain things. Go ahead and post what you post, saying that I did something, and I will post mine. But that never happened.
Right. Very, very, very interesting. Raise your hand if you keep files on people. Just go ahead and put one in the chat.
All my mods know I have the files.
Put a one in the chat. I don't even want to ask if you have a file on me. I haven't done anything. Hello, but I know the answer is yes. Now that you said you keep a file on everybody.
I'm gonna give you a time, give me a date, and I can reference.
Woo! Look,
Come
now
on,
they
Apple
dox
Time Machine backup.
Apple what? You said Apple Cloud Machine backup.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Even if you delete things, you can still go back to a point in time during the sync process, even if things were deleted, to see things.
You know a lot, don't ya? Hey, Raw and Uncut, we are talking about some things. Is this Stranger Things? No, it's not. Shout out to you. Salute to the panel and to the chat just coming through, showing love and support. Thank you so much. Much love and respect and support. We're right back to you.
Miss Deanna, it was a lot. But yeah, I mean, when you deal with certain things on YouTube, you have to make sure you're protected at all times.
That's true. That's very true. I at one point told my family, if you ever come in my chat, don't announce who you are. And this is early on before when I had like 10 subscribers, I told them this because of what I was seeing. I knew I was going to be coming on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I have times where my mom or my dad will come into my chat and then they'll send me a message or they'll send me a text message saying, catching you live, blah, 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 blah. And then my mama sometimes go in on that bitch. And I'm like, stop.
Okay, who did she say that about? Who did
No, we're not going there. But
Q, come on, man.
But sometimes they hype me up in a text message because they sometimes want to see me go off.
Mama Q.
And I haven't done that. And I haven't gone off because I also know that my office is still watching my movements on YouTube. So I've been calm, cool, and collected.
You never yell.
Mm-hmm.
Can you practice yelling right now just for fun?
I know how to yell.
Can you show us your roar?
Mm-mm.
Why?
We keep that under lock and key unless it's absolutely necessary.
Can you yell, get the fuck out of here?
Nope. Y'all don't want that beast.
Oh, you tame the beast.
You all do not want that beast because it has been seen on other social media platforms. You all don't want that.
Oh, we probably really, really, really don't. Listen, Carol said, what day did I send you that barbecue sauce? Check your records. Check your file. She want a date. Q Nick said, what is that, Q? An external hard drive? Your Apple Time Machine thing?
My time machine is connected to my external hard drive based on time.
I'm done.
But yes, no. I can go from 2 to 10 real quick.
Really? You do not? I mean, I'm sure that's possible, but I've never heard you yell.
I'm very conscientious of how I am perceived.
Oh, wow. So you really have to practice a lot of self-control every minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very intrigued by this.
Don't be.
Well,
y'all want to see that side.
well, I'm a behaviorist, so I always want to see different sides. It's not anything I would never want to see.
Well, put
But
me in the direction of the right person who deserves it, and then
yeah, okay.
then you'll see the unleashing.
No, of course I would never want it towards me. But just as an observationist and wanting to see how roar can you go, ROAR. But I agree with having self-control, because once something like that is unleashed, it's hard to rein it back in. So I'm really glad that you do have that, because that's how people end up in prison. When you don't have that self-regulation component.
Y'all haven't seen my dragon spirit yet. I'm being pretty tame.
Ooh, dragon with a stinger. How many stingers you got in your little stinger?
I think Levon saw it like one time, and he's like, "I didn't know you had that shit in you. You took me off surprise. Took me by surprise."
Where's Levon? Levon, did he scare you? I need to hear this.
You don't know. But I keep it tame.
You really do.
It's not for everybody on YouTube.
She said, "Don't bring the Scorpio out." Yeah, the Scorpio is a scary thing. It's just like the lion and the Leo. Wow. You really, really don't want to see that. Unless you ask to see it.
Not twice. Was it twice?
You said you let it unleash twice on him?
He said he did see it. He was like, maybe twice. I'm like, I don't remember going off twice.
Were you scared, Levon? Did you cry?
Not did he cry.
We Scorpios are measured. We don't yell much, but when we do, look out. Whew, I just got that made me shiver. Q, one time I heard you say that you are a sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still think that is true?
Oh, that's a diagnosis.
Really? So how does that affect your ability to feel emotions then?
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot for what? To feel something?
It takes a lot for me to feel emotional about certain things.
Mm.
And then if I do get emotional, it's either I'm trying to figure out if I am conjuring up these emotions or doing what people expect me to feel, especially at like funerals and shit. It's interesting.
How do you know when your emotions are authentic versus rehearsed?
It's a struggle.
When did you start noticing, or like what age did you start noticing the differences?
Let's see. Is this a conversation for YouTube? I don't need my parents coming. I'm there in bed. I think at a young age. I think I started. It developed when I had my whole essay situation due to my parents leaving me and putting me in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let's go with that.
Okay. A split happened at that point. Okay. You know, that is one of the ways that our body helps us to adapt when we go through trauma. In some cases, it results in this dynamic.
So I'm present and I am coherent when it comes to things, and I know how I'm supposed to interact with people and the things I'm supposed to say and do and things of that nature. But sometimes there's just a lack of feeling behind it.
Yeah. Are you able to empathize with others, or is it
At
very,
times,
very at times?
and it's quite selective.
In what instances do you really like? Can you think, oh man, I really felt what that person was feeling?
It depends on the situation.
But not a time that you specifically recall, like where you really knew that it was genuine as an
Right.
adult. Okay.
Now, I hadn't said this before, and we're going down this path. And people look at you weird and things of this nature,
Yeah.
but it is very it's I see it as it being a sort of armor not to deal with people and their bullshit and how to look at things differently, and pay attention to the things around you. So it's more of a third insight than anything for me.
I can see that. You have a heightened ability to rationalize logically and have, like you use more of your logic and your cognitive processes to make decisions, like rather than someone like me or someone like, I don't know, maybe
This
your
is why
mom.
I don't go to 0 to 10 really quickly,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
evaluate and assess everything.
correct. Very analytical, but it just comes with who you are, how your brain works, how you operate. It's very insightful. And I think honestly, that's probably why you made such a good medic too. Um, because you're scientifically driven versus, right?
Absolutely. I need a drink
Mm-hmm.
and I don't drive. Oh, you don't drink, Deanna?
No.
I thought she said she needed a drink and she doesn't drive, but I read it wrong.
Well, I appreciate you being so candid with me, Q. I'm very interpersonal. So when I have an opportunity to have a one-on-one, I'm about it. I'm an introvert by nature, but I like one-on-ones.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay, so self-care, you're gonna go to the gym, and what else are you gonna do after your work day is over?
What's the forecast tomorrow? If it's hot, I'll probably be at the pool, um, and dog park and some work stuff, but it varies depending.
Okay. Well, make tomorrow a light day, or today.
Uh,
It's probably, is it 12 o'clock already where you're at?
it's 1 o'clock.
Oh God,
It is 1 a.m.
that's so crazy. It's only 10:59 here, so it's really early for me.
Craziness.
I know. What a long day you've had. I wish you, like, I always say this in the DM, but like peace and blessings, and I really mean that, Q.
Thank you.
I really do.
I'll try not to murder anyone on YouTube.
Yeah. Try really, 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 really hard, okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Think of the eggplant if you think of murdering somebody. Think everything opposite of that, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm about to get up out of here. Do you have any final words for any of the people?
Thank you for having me. Always press people for receipts when they accuse people of doing things when they don't present any evidence, and keep it moving. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Andrea Nelson's channel. Hit that thumbs up and make sure to share it so people can see it. Thank you for having me. I wish you all a good night.
You damn right. And on that note, we out. Bye.
Bye.